Before I begin this video, I just want to wish you guys a happy holidays. Hopefully everybody is doing the self-improvement, and this holiday, we're not gonna be simping, only pimping.
Please don't wake me, that's the only time I see you. I can't fall in love, you my favorite señorita. She the first one.
What's up, fellas? So today, one of my subscribers asked me, since I've made the video about 10 things that nice guys always do wrong, and if you guys haven't seen the video, click here. It's a game changer. So since I made that video, now he wants to know the 10 times I've simped for a woman. So basically what he wants me to do is get in front of this camera and absolutely destroy, dismantle, and humiliate myself. And today, that's what we're going to do. Because I want to show you guys that I make mistakes, that I did not come crawling out of my mom's ass just alpha as hell, just raw.
This is Sparta!
Perfect!
Because once upon a time, I was a simp. I was a mangina, but here's the thing. The best teacher in life is experience. I look at it now, I was just this freaking simp, this beta male, like Squirtle. But I slowly started to evolve into a Blastoise. A pebble slowly becoming a rock. Because back then I was really shy with women. I have a bunch of zits on my face. I would go home and just slap the monkey and just, bust nuts all over myself. I was scared of women. But until I started going out, developing an abundance mindset and just putting myself out there. That's when I started to become that Blastoise. That's when I started slaying cheeks. That's when I started to become the cheek slaying messiah. So fellas, the first simp mistake that I did was trying to impress my crush. Guys, and every single guy can relate to this, because when you're at the gym and you see your gym crush walk by and all of a sudden you just go, maybe if I just go hard as fuck, maybe I can just get her attention. Maybe I can get her to like me like a damn simp, like a jackass. And when you're playing video games or when you're playing basketball and all of a sudden your crush comes by, you start doing all these freaking cool moves trying to impress her. You start to impress her. You start shooting the basketball from half court and your body can't handle it and you almost bust your own kneecaps and you almost pull up to work in a wheelchair the next morning.
Perfect!
And when a girl touches your arm, you flex hella hard, like, ugh, and you almost freaking shart yourself.
Oopsie, I had a poopsie.
And let me tell you guys something. I went out like a straight simp for this one. I didn't go out like a G, like Tupac. I went out like a simp mangina. So I remember this shit like it was yesterday. So it was after the club hours where the clubs, it's over. Things are starting to shut down. So I got into my car, just, cruising. And all of a sudden my cheek slaying radar goes off. I see this hot Latina chick. It's just her and her friends, and oh my God, her body was shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle. Her ass and titties was perky and wonderful. So, I start cruising in my car, start approaching the destination. I turn on my music, trying to act hella hard and shit, trying to get her attention, trying to get my Leonardo DiCaprio, Mac Daddy on, just, come over here and suck this cobra, bitch. And then, I was like, hey, how you doing? I took my eyes off the road and oh my God, I swerved onto the sidewalk and I almost ran over some pedestrians on some Grand Theft Auto shit. Dude, and she was laughing at me and it was so embarrassing because she knows that I was trying to impress her. I was trying to flex, but I just looked like a freaking jackass. I could have got a freaking homicide, just got charged with murder. Because here's the thing. When you're trying to impress a girl or, you're trying to blast all this music, you're trying to show like, oh, I got Versace on, I got some Gucci shoes on, I got all this money. When you're trying to impress a woman, she knows that. And when you're trying to impress a woman, what you're saying is that she has more value than you, that she's better than you, that you have to do things to get her to like you, and you can't use your charisma and personality and who you are to get her to like you. So that's how simps go out. They think that they're not good enough, so they try to impress her. And that's what I learned the hard way. And I paid the consequences, and I went out like a straight freaking simp. And number 2 on the list, back when I was not in my final form, back when I was in my beta male simp mangina form, what I would do is I would chase and pursue girls who have zero interest in me. I would double text. I will always want to text her. I will always want to talk to her. I basically chase my way out of the booty, chase my way out of the cheeks. But I must testify. I must confess, those blue eyes, those thick thighs, it's got a brother hypnotized. I remember this like it was yesterday. I remember when I was talking to this girl at school, and this girl, she was probably the top 3 finest girls at the school. I'm not going to tell you guys her name because she's probably watching this. I would always take her out to places wherever she wanted to go. If she wanted to go to the movies, if she wanted to go get Jack in the Box, if she wanted to get biscuits from Red Lobsters, I would take her everywhere. I pedalized her. I treated her like the Queen of England. Like, oh, Your Majesty, please, I'll do anything for you because I'm a fucking weenie. And here's the thing. When I was with her, I never really had a good time with her. I was just so infatuated by her beauty. Because have you guys ever taken a girl out on a date and you're trying to have a conversation with her? It feels like an interview. It's like you're asking her all these questions. She's just giving you one-word responses. It's like, bitch, did I go on this date to talk to myself? Am I talking to a fucking rock? Jesus Christ. When a girl's doing that, she has no interest. If I knew the information that I had now, I would have just tossed her to the side of the road. I wasted a lot of time and effort. See, I invested so much emotionally and physically in her, and I got nothing in return. That's Simp 101. A simp will do everything for a girl, and the girl would just feed him scraps. And that's what she was doing. She was feeding me scraps, feeding me the crumbs. And on top of that, guess what? I found out that she was already talking to some dude. So I was giving her all this free attention and free validation while she was stepping out and fucking with some alpha on a belly full of food that I fucking bought. Trifling. And on that day, I was like, I had enough. I told her I was done. I put my foot down. And you know what's hella funny? When I walked away, 4 months later, after her and her boyfriend thingamajiggy, it fizzled out, guess what she does? She hits me with the, hey, how are you, stranger? I miss you. Miss me with that bullshit. But I just want to tell you guys that if you guys have the power to walk away, you have the cojones and tell her that I don't appreciate that, and you walk away, scarcity creates value. And here's the thing. Here's the most important lesson that I learned from being with that chick. First of all, do not put her beauty before your self-worth. Have some self-respect for yourself. Don't let a woman walk all over you. And second, if a woman leaves her man and she comes to you, stop acting like you're the pimp, that I took somebody's girl, yeah, I'm the shit. Because most likely, if she can leave him, she's going to leave you as well. If she can cheat on him, she can cheat on you. Most definitely. And that's facts. And number 3 on the list. Back when I was living in life as a simp. So back then, having a conversation with the girl, charisma, making her laugh wasn't a big deal for me. It's just something that came naturally to me. But what I had a huge problem with was closing out the deal. So I would take all these girls out on dates, 3 dates, but never made a move. I mean, let me tell y'all something, man. When you take a girl out on a date, it's an opportunity for the man to create sex, to create cheek slaying. That's the whole opportunity of the date. And if you don't execute, and if you do not invite her back to your place, what she is going to do is she's going to use you as free attention and use you as a meal ticket. And that's what happened. I would take girls out on 5, 6 dates and got nothing because I was scared to make a move. See, here's the thing. Back when I was in college, conversations, talking to girls wasn't an issue. But every time I brought a girl back to my place, we would just sit there, watch Netflix. I would just let her stew, let the meat marinate. But I never cooked it. I just sat there and just like, oh, you're so sexy. Let me just sit here and just watch you like a little bitch, like a little pussy. See, the thing is, an alpha in that case would have fucked her brains out, would have slayed the cheeks off her, did a little bit of indoor Olympics and just ripped her a new asshole. But me, I didn't do nothing because I was scared. I was beta. I was scared that, oh, what does this girl think of me? What if she files a rape charge? What if she, I don't want to come off as a sleazeball. Let me tell y'all something. When a girl is coming over to your house, she is putting herself in a position for you to slay cheeks. And if you don't capitalize, if you don't make a move, one, she is going to take it as rejection. And let me tell you guys something. Women do not take rejection too well. 2, she can see you as a weak guy, a guy who's not confident. See, this is what women would do if they see you as a nice guy. She will punish you. She will label you as boyfriend material. So she acts like the good girl, make you wait for sex, and then she will go out and sleep with the alpha. So whenever a woman is putting herself in the position, when she's coming over, she's putting herself in a position for you to slay cheeks. Guys, if a girl is uncomfortable around you, if she has a low attraction to you, she will social distance and she will never put herself in that position in the first place. And number 4 on the list, when I was once a simp, going to the club and buying a girl a drink. So guys, here's the thing. When I see a really good looking woman and she asks me for a drink, back in my simp days, what I would do is I would fold like a lawn chair. Just, okay, here you go, have this martini. And what I would do is I'll buy her another drink because I think that if I can just get her one more drink, maybe one more martini, maybe I can get maybe a little closer to the ass. But she just bamboozled me. She just took the drink and ran away. That was the biggest simp move, man. Thinking that, oh, if I can just get her another glass of Chardonnay, maybe I can get her to like me. Just bullshit. Just trying to buy drinks to get me laid, man. Just to think that when I look at it now, I just cringe. Just ridiculousness. So what I do now is when a girl comes to me and just asks for a drink and we don't have a conversation yet, I'm like, no, thank you. Fuck her. She's just looking for a free meal ticket. What she's going to do, once you buy that drink for her, what she's going to do is disappear and toss you to the side of the road. Ridiculous. So what I do now at the club, if I'm vibing with the girl, she's hella cool, we're friendly, we're dancing. If she's cooperating, she likes me, then she earns herself a drink. You have to make women earn it. So here's the thing. So now that I know game and I'm red pill aware, I had this light-skinned chick. It was my group of friends and her group of friends were dancing, and she comes up to our group, okay? And she was like, can you buy me and my friends a drink? The audacity. Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you think you're the prime minister of North Korea? Get the fuck out here. I told her, I was like, sweetheart, can you buy me a drink? And she was like, whoa, I never had a guy say that before. She was just shocked. But that arrogant and that asshole, a woman like that, it made her smile. And to finish it off, I swear to God, I said this. I was like, sweetheart, I won't buy you a drink, but I'll buy you a book. You can educate yourself, learn something, so you can buy a whole lot of drinks. I said that, and everybody was like, what the fuck? Her friends were laughing. And after that, her friends were like, I got some respect for you. I can't believe you stood up for yourself. Usually guys just buy us drinks because these girls are bad. They never had guys like stand up to them because most guys, when they see a pretty girl like I used to be, what they will do is fold like a lawn chair. And the next thing on the list, I was afraid to approach my crush. Keep this in mind. This was when I was in high school, where I did not understand how to speak womanese, where my cheek slang charisma was not fully developed. It was processing, more like it was stuck in the loading screen. Because here's the thing, back then, I could talk to girls, but when it just came to my crush, my knees would start to buckle, and you can see piss run down the side of my legs. Man, I sat next to my high school crush for a year, and not once did I say one word to her. And I remember this one time where we were taking a test, and she asked me for a pencil. I almost had a heart attack and fell out of my desk. I took my pencil, I was like, take it! Just hella awkward, just in the stages of the beta male, just hella petrified, hella scared. But here's the thing, I had an excuse. I was young, and I bet guys that are watching this, you guys can relate, just absolutely petrified and scared. You probably have a crush that you've known for 5 years. You probably work with her. She's probably in your circle of friends. But every time she comes around, you just run for the hills. Like, you just buckle up, and you never even said one word to her. No balls, no cojones. I've been there before. But I was young. If you are 30 years old, and if you're 25, and you cannot approach a woman, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys how to solve the issue right now, because it is not okay to be 30 years old and not say and know a girl for 5 years and not say one word, just mute. I'm gonna teach you guys how to go from the frozen one to the chosen one. So here's a secret that I learned, how I unlocked the cheek slang charisma and this abundance mindset. So here's the thing. Here's the ultimate secret. What I want you guys to do is take your hand, go like this, and just, give it a shake, look at the flick of the wrist, loosen it up. So what I want you guys to do is grab your nuts. And when you grab your nuts, just make sure you got some nuts inside there. Just want to double check that you didn't have a simp mangina. You go over there, you walk over there like an all-American gangster, you approach her, you introduce yourself, either she's going to like you or either she's not. Because looks is all in the eyes of the beholder. Here's what you guys need to understand. That you gotta understand that nobody is going to think you're Channing Tatum. Some people are going to like you, some people are not. You gotta have an abundance mindset, and you cannot let rejection determine you. Because a lot of guys, they depend their self-worth and their self-esteem on female validation. And you cannot control that shit. You gotta be like, I'm good as is. That's the secret code. And the next thing on the list, guys, and every guy can relate. When me and my ex broke up, man, I was devastated. I was just heartbroken. I felt like she was my world. So basically what I did was I went out like a simp. What I did was I would text her, I would beg her. I was like, oh, please don't change for you. Please just come back. I'll do anything, Your Majesty. Just some simp behavior. And then when she did come back, when she broke up with me and I came back to her, guys, the relationship was even worse, because now she had the power in the relationship. She was not submissive. She wasn't sucking my dick like she used to. Like, she was running the show. She was wearing the pants. See, the thing is, when you break up with your girl, you have to let her go. You gotta show her strength. But the fact that you cannot walk away from her, it shows that, first of all, you have no options, you have a scarcity mindset, and she's the only one you have. And when you give women all this power, what she is going to do is she is going to abuse it. If you give anybody power, they're going to abuse it. Guys, this was not a democracy. This was a dictatorship. So I was like, fuck it, I'm done. So I walked away. Because when a girl breaks up with you, and then you beg for her back, you are in a very weak position. And no man should be in that position. Basically what you're saying is, sweetheart, here's my balls. Take it. And the next thing on the list, giving too much of my free attention away. See, what I would do is I would text a girl 24/7. I would just text her because I thought that if I just keep texting her, maybe she'll like me, maybe she'll go on a date with me. But what I did was I just killed all the mystery, and she did not want to see me. I was just too available. Because In business, we call something that if something is too available, it has no value. So I got flaked on. I got we'll see, maybe, let me think about it. Guys, when a girl says maybe to you, it's a no. But she's not saying it to you directly because women are indirect. But what I would do, guys, I would sit there on my phone, I'm all jazzled up, I'm razzle dazzle. I got my fresh cut. I got my freaking nice watch on, Michael Kors. I'm sitting there just fly as fuck. Just sitting there thinking, yes, I'm about to get some cheeks tonight. No respond. Just absolutely freaking, man, I think about the beta male days, man. It just makes me cringe. And the last thing on the list, guys, this was my introduction to the red pill. I've dated a single mother. I know you're saying, oh God, this guy is absolutely delusional, crazy, hogwash. But at that time, guys, that single mother was beautiful. I was unaware about female nature. Like the connection was so fun. Like we just had hella fun together. We made all these memories. We had these inside jokes. We could just look at each other across the room and just laugh. And then I had to learn this the hard way. When I lost my job, when I couldn't just be that guy to provide for her and her kids, man, she just cut it off like that. Like that. All the memories that we had, all the fun. I took her kids to the amusement park, taught her kid how to play baseball, taught her how to play, basketball, bought her toys, made all these memories. And then she just cuts it off like that. Like that. And I will remember this to this day. The day that we broke up. She said, Raymond, we had a good time, but you're not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a man who's 6 feet, who makes 6 figures. I want a house. Like she wanted just 666 everything, just want to be dating the devil. And that crushed me, and that is what really just woke me up to female nature and how ruthless it can be. So I just want to tell you guys, and it's crazy too, that I still follow her on Instagram. I'm not bitter. I totally understand her situation. And I follow her on Instagram. And then she has another kid with another baby daddy. And she just is overweight. You know how like when a woman hit the wall? Bro, she fucking went over the wall. Just overweight. She didn't have that banging body like she used to. Just a depreciating asset. Man, I shouldn't talk bad about her, man. Just can't be talking bad about people. But, and the best thing that I learned, guys, the best thing a man can do is improve his life. Go to the gym, get on his purpose, make money, and learn game. And that's all I have for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And guys, it's okay to be a simp. Because every single man is born a simp. But alphas are made. And I'm just going to close it at that.